Alright, so it's Tuesday night. The last video was Sunday night when I got it pretty much finished up. So Monday I was lucky enough to get out of work early and head over to the currency exchange and got the title transfer and the plates and all that, and I called the insurance company and got the insurance taken care of. So Monday night took it over to my dad's house, and yeah, it was running kind of funky. It was yeah, it was an interesting ride, but made it there. Car didn't blow up, so that was a big bonus. But got some stuff straightened out when I got to my dad's. Got the charge lead. Got that straightened out. Now I'll show you some better shots of that, and did a ground upgrade too. And yeah, it was kind of funny. Sunday night too, man, I was tired. I've been trucking on this car. I mean, it was all week. I bought it. Like I said, it's Tuesday now, so last week Monday I got it home, and I was kind of laughing, like watching a video, you know, the first video I made showing the car. It's like, man, it's not like I'm high. I'm just like so tired. I mean, I don't know. Even buying the car was just kind of, I was like really mentally drained from just kind of deciding if I want to get it or not. And in hindsight, I don't know why I didn't just buy it immediately. So, because I went to look at it on that Sunday, and then Monday I called the guy and said I wanted to buy it. So, you know, that video, it was that Monday night. So anyways, so that Sunday night after I made the video of finishing it, you know, I'm just sitting in the garage like checking the car out. I'm like, man, this car is gorgeous. And I'm looking at the headlights and I'm like, oh man, I gotta get some HID on this thing, right? So I'm thinking, I'm like, man, I got a couple ballasts laying around, and I got some 9007 bulbs out of my brother's truck that I can rewire for the 9004. So that's what I did. Still got the HID going there. It's looking good. So yeah, the headlights are all out of alignment too, so I'll get back to that in a bit. So got over to my dad's house. He had this cable left over from relocating his battery. I don't know exactly what size this is, but maybe I'll find out and throw it in the description. I think it's 1/0. But just got it in here. I still have to figure out what I'm gonna do. This cord. I gotta get this mounted. I just got it zip tied in there for now. And I don't know, I might go under the mass air with this. So kind of got the boot on there, had to zip tie it, didn't really fit. Cable's a lot bigger than what came with it. I mean, you know, this is the charge lead that came off there. I mean, it's tiny. This says Power Master on it, and that's the brand of the alternator, so that's kind of scary. I can't remember what the guy said, how many amps this thing is. I got the box somewhere. But it's like 200 something amps. I mean, it's like stupid powerful. So definitely want to have a solid charge lead on there. So yeah, got that straightened out, and then I wanted to upgrade the grounding. I don't know, I've heard stories that supposedly improperly grounding can result in heater core issues. I don't know how true that is, but this car does have a heater core in it, which is awesome, because I haven't had a heater core in my Mustang, the white one, for, man, forever. That's a story in and of itself. So anyways, back to my ground upgrade. I thought I want to get something on here. So found a little opening on the driver's side cylinder head there. And got the wire coming through and grounded on the battery. And I found these terminal covers. Kind of funny, I was looking for something else. I was going through drawers because I was thinking earlier in the week, I was like, man, I gotta get some terminal covers. You know, I probably really don't need them. I mean, got the fiberglass hood, but I mean, it's just good, you know, safety thing. Go putting a wrench down here or whatever. So I was going through the drawers and I'm like, oh, terminal covers, perfect. So put them on there. You know, I cut them out so they'd fit around the wires. You know, put little, I can pull them off. I just got it split there, so I can take it off. Put the battery maintainer on there or whatever. So yeah, it was good. It was you know, it was a good night Tuesday. Got over there. My dad and I got these wires straightened out. It was pretty dark by the time we got done, so we're going to take the car for a ride, and we're driving through the neighborhood, and I'm like, man, we better turn around and name these headlights, because with the HID on there, and it was just, the headlights were way too high. It was like the high beams are on. So brought the car back to my dad's house and got the headlights aimed. And that turned out really good, actually. It's got a really nice beam pattern. I'm actually surprised because these headlights they're kind of terrible for HID. And like on my white car, I've got the different headlights on there. They made a big difference in the beam pattern. It's definitely a nice upgrade. So yeah, the other thing too that I don't think I really caught on video, got a new radiator cap. Because on Sunday I was still having kind of a little bit of a, the engine just wasn't warming up again, which is still blows my mind. I don't know how an engine doesn't heat up, but that's what was going on. This car has just been like defying all logic. But the radiator cap seemed to straighten that out. I don't know if there's still a little air pocket stuck in there or something. So hopefully that probably blew out through the overflow bottle. So yeah, took it for a ride that night. Ran pretty decent. I'm having like some surging idle issues, and tried to adjust the TPS, but I got to take that thing apart. I'll probably make a video doing that because I got to modify that thing, so that'll be a video in and of itself. I really got to get that fuel pressure regulator on there. I know I can just feel it. I know this thing needs some more fuel pressure. And I mean, I'm not really laying into it. I mean, I'm probably only spinning it out to about $3,000, and you know, I'm trying to go easy on it. I mean, still not completely confident with this engine, but I mean, it's been maintaining oil pressure, so I mean, so far so good, and it's here. Didn't blow up and, you know, leave me stranded, so that's good. It's doing good. And you know, probably the best part of the night is you know, handing the car over to my dad, letting him drive it. You know, his car, the red one, horse with no name, he bought that car brand new back in '90. And it was kind of funny because I guess originally he was going to the Pontiac dealership to, he was going to get a Firebird Formula 350. And I guess the Pontiac dealership was closed, so he ended up going over to Ford looking at Mustangs. And, you know, he was telling me that originally he wanted a black GT 5-speed. And, you know, my mom kind of talked him out of black. She thought it looked better in red, and you know, they figured get the automatic so, you know, everyone could drive it or whatever. Because my mom doesn't know how to drive stick, so I think my dad made a little concession there. So I told him, I'm like, well, here it is. Here's your black 5-speed, you know. So, yeah, it was nice. And I mean, it's just like a night of a lot of memories, too. I mean, I grew up with my dad's car. You know, I bought my white one in 1998. You know, I've had a couple buddies that had Mustangs. Good friend of mine, Bob, he had a blue one. And, you know, I mean, if it wasn't for a Mustang, I would have never met that guy. He's a really good friend of mine. And this car actually really reminds me of his car too. You know, with the Hurst shifter, his car had that same shifter. His car was cammed out. And his car was super loud like this one too, with the Flowmasters on there. So, I mean, it's just kind of bringing back memories. I mean, this car, it's almost been like a divine intervention to me. I might even do a little video about that too, but it's good, man. It's good. This car has been very emotional for me. And I just hope everyone who watches the videos is enjoying it. You know, I gotta kind of apologize some of the stuff, you know, like on Sunday I bled the brakes and all that. I didn't even really get into that. I mean, I might make a video about that later on. I'm guessing someone probably would like to see bleeding the brakes, I don't know. And you know, you kind of I like making the videos, but sometimes I get so caught up in what I'm doing that it's like, man, I should have videoed like 5 of the things I just did, you know. So kind of apologize about that, but yeah, I mean, super excited about this car. Oh, and the other thing I did today too, I rewired these fog lights. Show you that real quick. So the way they're wired from the factory, you have to have the headlights on to turn the fog lights on. So now I can do it independent, or you can run the marker lights with them. Which is pretty cool. I like rolling like that when it starts getting, you know, a little dark out. Like not dark enough for headlights, but getting a little dark out. So I like that look. It's pretty cool. So yeah, it's something else I'll have to do a video on. That's pretty easy. Just get a little add a circuit and rewire it. So yeah, coming along. You know, took it to work. You know, my buddies at work like it. So yeah, it was a good day today. Real good day. Like I said, I mean, this car, man, it just came out of nowhere, and it was like perfect timing too. You know, I had the money to buy it, and I got the money to throw at it. You know, I mean, this stuff's expensive. Spent a lot of money on. I mean, I did 3 back-to-back oil changes, and you know, buying parts. I mean, I bought this $100 fuel pressure regulator, and I don't even know when I'm gonna put that thing in. And it's like, you know, there's a good chance that thing's just gonna sit here all winter before I even put it in. It might be next year. I don't know. I mean, I'm kind of hoping to try that out this weekend. And getting back to my idle issues, I think that idle air controller might be dirty or have something going on. So I think between the TPS and the IAC, the idle air controller, maybe I can get the idle straightened out. It's kind of funny, like it'll idle fine, and then out of nowhere it wants to hang up at like 2,000 RPM, which you know, makes you look like you can't drive stick too good when you're pulling through a parking lot and it's like, "Bwah!" just screaming. And this car, it's loud. So yeah, gotta get that straightened out. It's a little embarrassing. But yeah, all in all, I don't know, you know, I was really interested in pulling that distributor. I mean, I might still do that. Seems like the oil's staying pretty clean. Getting good heat. I'm getting really good heat. Driving home last night, had the heat on. And like I said, I mean, my Mustang, I bought that car in '98. I think I was drag racing it in 1999, and I got home the next day, and you know, I hopped in the car. I'm getting ready to go to work, and I see like little drip marks on the floor on the passenger side, and the heater core was leaking. So I spent like an entire Saturday, me and my buddy Brandon, man, we tore the whole dash apart. You have to rip that whole interior apart because the car had AC on it. I got laughed too because the car that doesn't have AC, it's like there's like an access door. I mean, it's like a 2-second swap. But the AC cars, man, it's involved. So anyways, I went through all this trouble to swap the heater core out, and I think that thing lasted like a year and it started leaking. I was like, I am not doing that again. So I just bypassed it. But you know, it's nice to have heat, and I'm gonna keep the AC too if I can, because I took the AC off of my car. You know, when you're 19, you do stuff like that. You're like, oh, I want the weight savings, or it's gonna be more power or whatever, it's cool. And then it gets hot out and it's like, no, and this car is black, so no way. I'm gonna try to keep that AC going, so that's the plan for now. Hopefully hopefully the bottom end's gonna stay together, so I'll get to keep enjoying it for the remainder of what's left. I mean, like I said, already into October, but it has been pretty nice out, so you know, we'll see when the temperatures drop and the snow starts flying. But yeah, like I said, very satisfied with this. It was a lot of work, and I don't know, the other thing about it for me personally, like, it's kind of funny. I think back to being 19. I think back to when I first got my white Mustang, and I mean, I was into it, man. I had the fire. It was burning inside of me, man. And I mean, lately, like over the years, you know, I'm getting older. It's funny too, working on this car. It's like, man, I'm getting old trying to get up and down and jump around this thing. My knees are creaking and cranking and getting sore and cramped up, and but you know, whatever, that's part of it. You know, it's blood, sweat, and tears, man. Put a lot into this. But I mean, I think back to 19, man. When I was 19, I got the fuel tank out of my car by myself to swap the fuel pump. That's how bad I wanted to put a fuel pump in that car. And I actually swapped the fuel pressure regulator. I bought a regulator for that car too. Got the pump and the regulator, and somehow I got that regulator off without pulling that fuel rail. I remember that being a pain. I think I took the EGR spacer off, which is something, I might try that on this one, see if I can get it off. Kick it old school, how I did it back in '99. See if I can get a repeat out of it. So yeah, I think the other thing is just, you know, over the past few years I've felt like I've gotten kind of lazy, and like I said, I mean, it's like the fire was gone, you know, and the white car needs a lot of work, needs a clutch, needs a tranny, needs a gear, and it's just sad. I mean, I've had a 373 gear for that white car since probably '01 or '02, and it's still just sitting in the house. It's like, man, I gotta put the gear in this car. And then driving this one's got the gear in it. It's like, man, this gear is awesome. You know, definitely got to get that in a white car. So yeah, I mean, it just kind of, you know, it's nice to have that fire burning again. Like I said, I mean, I spent the whole week as like, I come home from work, get home around 6 o'clock. I didn't even eat anything. Started thrashing on this thing. Get back in the house at like 11 o'clock at night. You know, eat a bowl of oatmeal and pass out. So, you know, it's kind of nice to see that there's still something left there, you know. It's still burning in my veins. Love these cars. You guys know, some of you guys know, man. Thumbs up this video if you're a hardcore Stang banger, man. Let's see it. Show your pride. Leave some comments, man. What do you guys think about this? People have been asking me, man, where'd you find this car? And I tell them, man, I didn't find this car. This car found me. And I'm glad it did. So like I said, man, leave your comments. Alright, man. Thanks for watching. I hope you guys are enjoying this.